Devin Haney, the dream, is here, and it's obviously very important. Devin, what did you think of Vasily's performance tonight?
I think it wasn't the best performance, but I know that if me and Loma was to fight, a better version would be on that night. But congratulations, and hopefully we can get it on.
You have said...
Is lightweight? Is this lightweight?
He's a big lightweight, huh?
No, it's heavyweight.
Now, in the ring, I'll show you.
Okay. I will be ready.
What it do is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. I will be ready. Well, you better get ready, Loma. Gave my post-fight thoughts. But it's some other shit. Yeah, some shit done been brought to my goddamn attention. Just noticing some things. And thought I'd speak on it. For one, I just want to make some shit very clear. That fight was not at the Madison Square Garden where Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That's not there. No, it was at the small, the little theater. It wasn't at the big Madison Square Garden. It was about 700 people there. It might have been 1,300. Some shit like that. So just wanted to point that out because I notice when my fighters fight, y'all always want to, if he ain't a star, you throw that out there, and you always want to throw out there that he's not this fighter's not a draw, and if they was a draw, they could get these fights. Loma's not a draw. Is it safe to say that Loma was never really a draw? No, he was just promoted by mainstream media. Now, Roy Jones them and all the top rank and HBO, he's they prized possession. But the people never chose Loma. Now, it's a few fighters that look up to him and like him and shit like that, but Loma was never a star. There's just one thing I wanted to point out. Also, it was one celebrity there. What's that boy from the screen? And he done came out, and I didn't even know the boy was from Ukraine. But that's the first time I ever seen him at Loma fight. That was the only celebrity in attendance. Just some shit I wanted to point out. Shakir fight against Robinson Conceição was way bigger than that. Also, you don't see a lot of fighters commenting on it. No, he's not like the show. He's not when he fight the whole boxing world stop what they doing. No, Jake Paul got way more attention than that Loma fight. Yeah, you'd have thought Jake Paul was Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, some shit. Yeah, that was a huge fight. So, which is a fight I would not even speak about. Matter of fact, let me speak about it. I do got some shit to say. He getting a lot of credit. And Teddy, I saw you, old Atlas. Teddy Atlas, that's an original white boy. Whenever I want to know how white folks really feel, I go listen to The Fight Is Right with Teddy. If I want to know how white folks really, really feel, he'll give it to you. He'll give it to you. Yeah, he's an Archie Bunker white boy, Teddy. So, Teddy Atlas, he said that Jake Paul is proving that he's a real fighter. I don't think there's no black fighter in boxing. I wish we could find a 47-year-old white boy to kick his ass and, old has-been white boy. We ought to, matter of fact, bring Joe Calzaghe back out and let Shakir get at him or some shit. And I want to see if he can become a superstar off knocking out Joe Calzaghe or some shit like that. Or Ricky Hatton, bring your drunk ass, pantyhose wearing ass. Pantyhose, weird motherfucker. Yeah, bring your ass out. And let Devin Haney beat up on you. Let's see if he can make a pay-per-view fight against that. Yeah, can we get credit for beating up a 47-year-old white boy? Anderson Silva was 47 years old. And you motherfuckers you would have thought Anderson Silva was in his goddamn prime. So I wish we could find a white boy to beat up on and we get that kind of credit. So that's how I feel about that fight. Anyway, I see the excuses. I see it. For one, you motherfuckers are obsessed with saying Loma is too small and really 135 is too big for him. He's really a feather. Y'all don't say that till you start looking bad in a fight. Now, when he's beating up Richard Commey's and Nakatanis and he's whooping them and he's showing those angles, you never say he's too small then. It's only when he get his ass touched up, yeah, when he run into some trouble that you motherfuckers start making excuses for him. Quick example. Wilder's really a cruiserweight. He been knocking out heavyweights his whole career. Motherfuckers that outweigh him by 50 pounds. And you motherfuckers talking about Loma's too little for 135. For moving up, he done moved up 8 pounds? Wilder knocked out motherfuckers 50 pounds heavier than him. So who's really too little for what weight? Floyd, everybody that Floyd fought was most of the time bigger than him. Everybody that fights Gary Russell Jr. is bigger than him. So who's really too small for the weight? So we're going to have to stop that little excuse. Another thing I see you motherfuckers finna point out, you motherfuckers trying to say Loma's too old and he's not the same Loma. That was the same Loma. Wasn't much difference. Loma don't deal well with speed. He didn't fight when he was doing all them angles and shit coming up. He didn't fight a lot of fighters with a lot of speed. Gary Russell Jr. was drained when he fought him. So he didn't fight a lot of fighters with just speed like that. So that shit is always fucked with him. He good at a standing still target. He's good at a fighter that kind of stays right there mid range. So that's always something that's been exposed. And he don't do well against the jab. So it's a lot of flaws he have. It's just different fighters bring out the flaws that he's always had. I always thought, and you know, I hate Shakur said that shit. Devin will flush him now at this point in his career, and he's not the same long. Shakur, don't do that. Shakur, I'm not even finna say nothing else about that. But Shakur, don't do yourself like that. I think the prime, I think the Loma that be rigging all them Loma, yeah, all that shit when he beat Nicholas Wilder. I think Devin, Shakur, Tank, I think Tio. I think they beat that same version, bro. There was never a big difference. He might have been a little faster. Another thing about Loma I noticed, he do a lot of tricky shit. I give him that. He good at walking you down, and he real good at mid-range. Very good at mid-range. Has very good timing. But Loma don't have the highest ring IQ. He let Tio outthink him. Teofimo Lopez you let him outthink you. And Teofimo Lopez does not have the highest ring IQ. And he was still kind of a prospect when he beat you, Loma. And we can keep bringing up that shoulder. See, I told you, y'all never, when Wilder made reasons for why he lost, it was only excuses. And it was broadcasted that he was a coward. We make excuses for Loma. We done made 5 excuses for him. When he don't look spectacular, it's always a reason. So can we just blame the fight and just say, these are flaws he's always had. He's never been good on the back foot. He's never been good at defending the good jab. Devin has one of the best jabs in boxing. Devin beats any version of Loma. These are facts. So, he was just hyped up. And a lot of y'all, that shit, you really believed in that shit. But no, it ain't what you thought it was. We need to go to Salido. That was factual shit. I mean, he's been showing his flaws. He's a very good fighter. I think he's very good. I think he give everybody a good fight. But I never thought he was great. There was never a point in Loma's career that I consider him a Hall of Famer. No, he hadn't done enough. You can bring up that amateur. You don't get in the Hall of Fame from your amateur record. Now, you beat a couple good fighters, but you're not, you're not a Hall of Famer to me. You're just a good fighter. But it was way more hype than actual doing. Yeah, it was a lot of hype, bro. So, that's how I feel about it. Dev gonna flush him, like I said, but I already see the excuses, and I know Dev wouldn't get no credit. They'll say Loma was old, and if Dev had fought him when he was young, Loma would flush him. Let me tell you something. I think Kambosos beats Loma, even a young Loma. I'm telling you, styles make fights. Kambosos will outwork him, and he got Ortiz didn't have a lot of punching power. Kambosos got some thump to him. He got some punching power, and he's a great counter punch. Yeah, he would counter Loma all night with combinations. And Loma don't throw a lot of punches. You can, that's why I say it's a lot of flaw. You can outpoint. If Ortiz hadn't gassed out, he would have beat Loma by a long shot because he was the busier fighter. Loma don't throw a lot of punches, and he's not very good at defense. He's decent at defense, but he gets hit. He gets hit a lot, and he don't have a lot of reach. So he tries to get on the inside or mid-range. From the outside, Loma, it's a lot of fighters that Loma can't beat from the outside. So, yeah, I just don't want to hear the excuses. Just accept that shit. Loma just a good fighter. Can we just admit that? He's just a good fighter. Not a great fighter, just a good fighter. So, yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.